Less Taken contains content that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listeners' discretion is advised.
Less Taken.
Underneath a mix of smoke and spice is the lingering stench of death. Chicago police and detectives step into the dimly lit corridors of the a-l-luetgert-sausage-packing company. Their lanterns cast long shadows on the walls, where copper kettles and sausage links sway gently in the draft. The men fan out, their boots echoing on the wooden floorboards. They pass rows of wooden crates filled with salted pork and beef, but it's not the provisions they see. One of the detectives' gaze is drawn to a door at the far end of the room, its frame darker than the rest. The room beyond this door is shrouded in darkness. At the far end, one of the detectives can barely make out a large furnace. It's not glowing, but the heat in the room is still rather oppressive. And in his mind, it was burning hot not too long ago. "There," one of the officers calls out, pointing to a large vat near the furnace. It's a monstrous thing, covered in grime and soot. One group of the officers gathers around, looking down into the vat. At first, it seems empty, but as their eyes adjust, they see it. A sludge of potash lie in what might very well be human remains. The other half of the group moves to the furnace and peers inside. Quite clearly, there's some sort of bone matter mixed in with the ashes. Among the remnants, a glint of gold catches the detective's eye. He reaches in with a gloved hand and pulls out 2 rings, one with the initials LL engraved on it. The room falls silent. They've found what they've been searching for, what they feared. But this is not the end. Now they must piece together the story of this individual's tale, a story that will lead them into the darkest corners of a man known as the Sausage King of Chicago. Thank you for checking out this preview of Sausage from Hell, the 8th story, and July 4th special from Less Taken, Season 3. If you're new to the show, we cover a different food-based horror story for our July 4th episode every year. Why food? No one's completely sure, but it started with an episode known as Tacos from Hell, and from there it went to pizza, and now we're at sausage. Unlike Tacos and Pizza from Hell, we're not covering a haunted restaurant. Instead, we're exploring the horrific true story of a man of many nicknames, such as the Sausage King of Chicago and Murderer. The official release date for Sausage from Hell is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024, but we'll do our best to get it out by the weekend, right in time for your holiday travels. In the meantime, please let us know what you think of the show by leaving us a 5-star review wherever you're listening, or whatever you think is fair. You can also leave reviews at our official website, lesstakenpod.com. There, you'll find all of our episodes, sources, notes, media, and merch. And speaking of the merch, use the code SAUSAGE for 15% off any order until August 1st. Follow us before we follow you on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and seldom on X under the handle @lesstakenpod. There, you'll get additional photos, videos, and early previews. Some say we could use a TikTok. I think we need a YouTube channel. If you'd be interested in helping out with either of those, please write to us at lesstakenpod@gmail.com. A quick note on our storytelling. While we do our best to stick to the facts when we tell our real-life horror stories, we sometimes take creative liberties to maintain narrative cohesiveness. I'm CM Humphreys, and this is Less Taken, real-life horror stories from the Midwest. As always, thanks for listening, and I hope you'll join us next week for the full version of Sausage from Hell.
Chase County Production.